My beloved child, come close to me now. Let your heart settle. Let your thoughts become still. Let the noise of this day soften around you so that my voice can reach the deepest part of you. I have waited for this moment. I have watched over you in every hour leading to this one, and now, with a love older than the mountains and gentler than a whisper, I speak directly to you. You may not always feel me, but I am here. You may not always see my hand, but I am guiding you. You may not always understand the path beneath your feet, but every step has been known to me. And today, my child, I want you to hear me with new ears, with a peaceful heart, with the kind of trust that grows when you finally realize that even your tears have been gathered in my hands. I want you to feel how deeply I care for you. I want you to know how tenderly I look upon your life. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not wandering without purpose. You are my beloved, and everything about your life matters to me. Every breath, every prayer, every quiet hope you keep tucked inside your heart. There have been moments when you asked, Lord, do you see me? Do you hear me? Do you understand what I'm carrying? You may have wondered if heaven was silent, if your prayers were floating into the air without landing anywhere. But hear me now, not a single prayer has been lost, not a single tear has gone unnoticed, not a single lonely night has escaped my attention. I was there in the darkness with you. I was there in the waiting. I was there when you were afraid. I was there when you felt too tired to keep trying. I was there, and I am still here. Child, I know the weight you carry. I know the pressure you feel to stay strong. I know the unspoken thoughts you keep inside because you don't want to burden others. I know the disappointments you hide behind a quiet smile. I know the moments you lie awake, wondering if things will ever change. I know the longing you have for companionship, for understanding, for a heart that will hold yours gently. I know the desire you have for peace, real, lasting peace, not just the kind that lasts for a moment, but the kind that fills the room, fills the soul, and makes you breathe again. You have been calling out to me for something real, something warm, something human, something that makes life feel a little less heavy. You ask me for someone who understands, someone who listens, someone who will walk beside you with kindness. You told me about the loneliness that sometimes creeps into your life, even when you are surrounded by people. You told me about the longing to feel cared for in a way that doesn't fade. And I heard you, so today, my child, I begin this message with a promise. I am sending someone into your life, someone chosen, someone prepared, someone whose presence will remind you that I have never forgotten you and never will. But before I tell you more, I want you to hear my heart. I want you to feel the depth of my love, because everything I give you flows from that love. When I bring someone into your life, it is not random. It is not accidental. It is not something you stumbled into by chance. I do not work through coincidence, I work through purpose. And everything I am about to unfold in your life has been shaped with great care, great patience, and great intention. You see, I know your story from beginning to end. I know the people you've lost. I know the relationships that broke your heart. I know the expectations that went unmet. I know the seasons where you felt abandoned. I know the promises people made to you and later broke. I know the words you heard that took pieces from your joy. I know the moments when love felt distant, fragile, or unsafe. I know the wounds that never fully healed. I know the chapters you don't talk about anymore because they still hurt. But child, listen carefully. I have not left you in those chapters. I have been gently leading you forward, even when you didn't notice the movement. The healing has been slow, yes, but it has been real. The grief has been heavy, yes, but you survived it. The disappointments have been many, yes, but they have not destroyed you. You are still here. You are still standing, and that is not because of your strength alone. That is because my hand has never left yours. I want you to take a breath now, not just a shallow breath, but a deep breath of peace. Because what I am doing next in your life requires peace. It requires trust. It requires you to let go of the belief that things will always be the way they have been. Your story is not stuck. Your heart is not finished. Your future is not closed. There is more, and part of that more is the person I am preparing to send. But before this person arrives, I want you to be able to recognize my voice. I want you to trust my intentions. I want you to know that everything I do for you is soaked in love, a love you cannot lose, cannot outrun, and cannot break. My child, come closer. Let me speak gently to your spirit. You have lived long enough to know that life is fragile. Time passes quickly. Seasons change before we notice. But you must also know that my love has never changed. I have been your constant. When everything else shifted, I remained. When friends came and went, I stayed. When people misunderstood you, I understood. When others judged you, I forgave you. When you felt unworthy, I told you that you were mine. And now, because I love you, I am bringing someone into your life who will remind you of that love. Someone who will not replace me, but reflect me. Someone whose presence will feel like peace, like warmth, like a gentle reassurance that life still holds beauty. This is only the beginning of what I want to tell you. Many things are still to be revealed, but for now, rest in this truth. I see you, I hear you, I love you, and I am sending someone into your life. And as my words continue, I will show you how deeply this gift is connected to your healing, your purpose, and your future, because nothing I do is small. And as you continue listening, my child, let your heart stay open, because I want to take you deeper than the surface of your thoughts. I want to guide you into a quiet place inside yourself, a place where you can finally hear me without fear, without doubt, and without the voices of past hurts echoing louder than my truth. There is something I want you to understand before the person I am sending arrives, and for that, we must walk together into the reflections you have carried for many years. You see, my beloved, life has not only given you blessings, it has given you burdens. It has given you memories that still ache, even if you pretend they don't. It has given you moments that shaped you, some in beautiful ways, and some in ways that left deep marks on your heart. And though you grew older, though your hair changed, though your hands weakened, though your days became quieter, the soul inside you never stopped feeling, never stopped longing, never stopped asking me questions. Even now, I hear your questions rising inside you, gentle but persistent. You ask me, Lord, why did I go through so much? Why did I lose so many people? Why did love slip through my fingers? Why did I have to carry burdens that seemed heavier than anything I could lift? And child, you need to know that I never ignored those questions. I never looked away from your pain. When you cried out, I heard you. When you wondered if life would ever be different, I listened. When you prayed for healing, even in whispers, I was there, placing my hand over your heart, holding you through the long nights when the world felt too quiet and your memories felt too loud. But hear me now, none of your pain was wasted. None of your tears were meaningless. None of your lonely years were forgotten. You may have felt alone, but you were never alone. You may have felt abandoned, but you were always held. You may have felt unseen, but my eyes never left you, not even for one breath. You have lived a long life, child, long enough to know that not everything works out the way you hoped. People disappoint, plans fall apart, health changes, family drifts, friendships fade. And sometimes you wonder if you did something wrong along the way, something that caused you to lose the things you once dreamed of. But let me tell you this with all the love in my heart. The pain you faced was never a punishment. The loneliness you walked through was never me turning away. The battles you fought were never proof that I forgot you. They were the very places where I held you closest. You learned compassion from your pain. You learned patience from your waiting. You learned strength from your struggles. You learned wisdom from the silent seasons. And though those lessons were hard, they shaped your heart into something gentle, something deep, something wise. You are not who you used to be. You have grown, and it is a growth that heaven celebrates. But I know the heaviness that comes with age. I know the way memories sit in your chest, some warm, some heavy, some sharp, some bittersweet. I know the way you look back on your younger years with tenderness, feeling both grateful and sorrowful. I know the way you wonder about your future, not with fear but with curiosity. What is left for me, Lord? What more do you want to do in my life at this age? And my answer is this: so much more. Age has never limited me. Time has never weakened my power. You may feel slower, but my plans are not. You may feel tired, but my purpose for you is not finished. You may feel like life has quieted down, but child, I am about to write a new chapter for you, one filled with companionship, peace, understanding, and grace. Before you meet the person I am sending, I want you to reflect on the love you have given in your life. Think of the kindness you offered when no one thanked you. Think of the forgiveness you extended even when your heart was breaking. Think of the times you loved deeply, purely, honestly. Think of the sacrifices you made, even when no one noticed. Think of the prayers you prayed for others in your family, your community, your circle. Think of the wisdom you gained through many years of walking through valleys and climbing mountains. Everything you gave, everything you survived, everything you learned, it all matters. And because it matters, I am preparing someone who will honor it, someone who will see the beauty in your experience, someone who will appreciate the depth in your stories, someone who will understand the strength it took for you to reach this season of life with your heart still open, still hopeful, still willing to trust again. But child, before I bring this person to you, I want you to release the idea that you are too old for something new. I want you to let go of the belief that your best days are behind you. I want you to release the fear that you have nothing left to offer or nothing left to receive. You see, the world measures value by youth, but I do not. I measure value by love, by endurance, by faith, by purity of heart. And your heart is precious, more precious than you realize. If you could see yourself the way I see you, you would never doubt your worth again. You would never say you are too late, too tired, or too old. You would understand that everything you have walked through has prepared you for something meaningful, something unexpected, something beautiful. And that beauty is coming, someone is coming. But before they arrive, I want you to understand why. You have been praying for connection, real connection. You have been longing for gentle companionship, for someone who makes the days feel lighter. You have been hoping for laughter that feels warm again, for conversations that heal instead of drain, for presence that lifts your spirit rather than burdens it. You have prayed in your own quiet way for relief from loneliness, not because you are weak, but because you were created for relationship. You were created for love. Child, you were never meant to walk alone. That was never my design. From the beginning of your story, I formed you with the need for connection, understanding, shared joy, shared comfort, shared peace. And though life has taken people from you, some through distance, some through time, some through loss, I am not finished writing companionship into your life. But to receive what is coming, you must allow yourself to believe again. Believe that I still write new stories. Believe that I still open new doors. Believe that I still lead hearts together. Believe that I still restore what was broken. Believe that I still send people at the exact right time, never too early, never too late. The person I am sending will come into your life not as a surprise to me, but as part of my plan. They will not be a replacement for anyone you lost. They will not erase your past. They will not demand anything from you. Instead, they will enter gently, like the soft morning light entering a quiet room. They will carry peace with them, and their presence will remind you of something you may have forgotten, that you are still deeply loved, both by heaven and by people on earth. You have waited long, child, longer than most could bear, but the wait was not empty. It shaped your heart, so you would recognize the gift when it comes. And now, as we move to what I will share next, let your heart rest in this truth. Your story is not finished, your loneliness is not permanent, and the person I am sending is already being prepared. And as your heart absorbs these reflections, my beloved child, I want you to feel hope returning to you like a soft sunrise breaking through a long night. You have carried so many burdens for so long that sometimes you forget what hope feels like. You forget what it feels like to look forward instead of backward, to breathe deeply without heaviness pressing on your chest, to imagine joy without fear that it will slip away. But hope is not gone. Hope has merely been quiet, waiting for the right moment to rise again. And now, gently, I place my hand upon your heart and I whisper, "It is time to hope again." You have lived through seasons that tested you, stretched you, and humbled you. Seasons where you thought you would not make it. Seasons you survived only because my strength carried you when your own strength was gone. And though you stood in the storm with trembling hands, you stood. Though your tears came like rain, you kept moving. Though the road felt long and lonely, you walked it with faith you didn't even realize you had. That faith, my child, is precious to me. It has been the quiet anchor that kept you from drifting too far from me. And now I want you to take that same faith and place it gently into my hands again, just like you did in your darkest moments. I want you to trust that what I am preparing for you is not meant to harm you, not meant to confuse you, not meant to lead you into disappointment. I am preparing something that will lift your spirit, something that will remind you that I am still active in your story, something that will breathe warmth into the places inside you that have grown cold with disappointment. Yes, my child, I am sending someone into your life, and I want to encourage you right now to open your heart to this blessing. I know it feels risky. I know it feels vulnerable. You have been hurt before. You have trusted people who did not honor your heart. You have opened your life to people who walked away without explanation. You have poured love into relationships that did not pour love back into you. You have experienced loss that left scars. And because of all this, part of you fears opening your heart again. Part of you wonders, Lord, what if I get hurt again? But listen to me, child. The person I am sending is not coming to hurt you. They are coming to bring peace. I have shaped their heart. I have softened their spirit. I have guided their journey. I have prepared them with experiences that will make them gentle with you. They will not rush you. They will not pressure you. They will not demand more than you can give. They will not take your kindness for granted. They will understand you in ways you didn't expect to be understood. They will honor you in ways you forgot you deserved. Because I know what your heart needs. I know what your spirit responds to. I know the type of companionship that will nourish you instead of drain you. I am not sending someone to complicate your life. I am sending someone to bless it. And I want you to feel encouraged about that. I want you to know that you are worthy of good things. You are worthy of friendship. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of someone who listens, someone who cares, someone who stays. Sometimes you doubt your own worth because the world has made you feel invisible, but hear me clearly. You matter deeply. You matter to me beyond measure. You matter to the people I will bring into your life. You matter in ways you have not yet seen. Let me remind you, child, of something you may have forgotten. You are stronger than you think you are. You are wiser than you give yourself credit for. You are more loving than most people understand. You have endured storms that would have broken others. You have survived nights that felt endless. You have walked through valleys and still managed to hold on to compassion. You have faced battles quietly, without asking for recognition, and yet you kept moving forward. That resilience is not accidental. It is the strength I placed inside you from the beginning, and now that strength is going to be used not just for survival, but for joy. Your heart will not always feel heavy. Your days will not always feel long. Your nights will not always feel lonely. I am bringing change. I am bringing newness. I am bringing companionship. I am bringing a gentle presence into your life that will support you, not burden you. Someone who will feel like comfort, not confusion. Someone whose words will feel like warmth, not worry. Someone whose presence will feel like safety, not fear. Take courage, my child. The loneliness you have carried will not last forever. The emptiness in certain corners of your heart will be filled again, not with noise, not with chaos, but with peace, with companionship that feels natural, with connection that feels genuine, with kindness that feels healing. You may have thought those days were behind you, but they are not. You may have thought that your season for new relationships or new blessings was over, but it is not. You may have thought that your age limited what I could do through you and for you, but my power is not limited by time. I am still writing blessings into your story. I am still making room for miracles. I am still preparing moments that will surprise you with goodness. Let me encourage you in another way, child. Do not close your heart because of what happened in the past. The past is not your future. The losses you faced do not speak for what I am about to give you. The betrayals you experienced do not define the person I am sending. The people who left you do not represent the person who will stay. Do not let old wounds build new walls. Do not let yesterday's pain decide tomorrow's blessings. Your heart is allowed to open again. Your spirit is allowed to expect goodness again. Your soul is allowed to hope again. This next chapter will not look like the ones before. This blessing will not resemble the losses you endured. What is coming will feel different, softer, safer, clearer. You will not have to chase it. You will not have to question it constantly. You will not have to fear losing it every day. It will bring peace. It will bring clarity. It will bring reassurance. And child, you will not walk alone anymore. I say this with love that cannot lie. Someone is coming, not by chance, not by accident, but by my plan, and when they come, your heart will recognize them. You may not know why at first. You may not understand the connection instantly, but something inside you will soften, something inside you will glow, something inside you will say, this feels different, this feels right, this feels like a gift, and it is, so be encouraged. Lift your head. Open your heart. You are stepping into a season where my blessings will begin to unfold gently, quietly, beautifully. I know how tired you have been. I know how long you have waited, and I am honoring your patience with a gift shaped by my hands. Now listen closely, child, because the path is about to shift, and with love still warm on my tongue, I must speak a gentle warning not to frighten you, but to guide you safely. And now, my beloved child, as your heart opens to hope, and as your spirit begins to rise again, I must speak to you with a different tone, still loving, still gentle, still full of compassion, but also firm, like a father who wants to protect his child from harm. For I do not want you to enter this new blessing unprepared. I do not want the wounds of your past to interfere with the gifts of your future. I do not want confusion or fear or old habits to steal what I am bringing into your life. So let me guide you now with clarity, wisdom, and truth. Listen closely, child, for what I say now is important. When I send someone into your life, not everyone will understand. Not everyone will support it. Not everyone will celebrate it. People judge from the outside, I judge from the heart. People look at appearances, I look at intention. People remember your past, I see your future. And because of this, some voices around you may try to lead you astray. Some may speak out of jealousy, some may speak out of misunderstanding, some may speak out of fear. But my child, you must learn to quiet the voices that do not carry my peace. This is your life. This is your journey. This is your blessing. And there will be moments when you must choose me over the noise around you. If you follow the opinions of others, you may miss what I am trying to give you. If you listen to fear more than faith, you may close the door I am opening. If you cling too tightly to old pain, you may block the new love I am trying to place before you. So hear me well. Do not let past hurts guide your steps. They were meant to teach you, not trap you. They were meant to give you wisdom, not walls. They were meant to help you grow, not convince you that you are unworthy of love. You have carried old pain for too long, my child. It is time to loosen your grip. It is time to stop expecting new people to behave like old ones. It is time to stop viewing every blessing through the eyes of fear. The person I am sending is not coming to repeat the heartbreak you endured. They are coming to heal the places inside you that have been tender for years. But I must warn you of one more thing. Do not rush. The heart I am preparing for you will enter gently at the right time in the right way. Do not try to hurry my timing. Do not panic when things seem slow. Do not assume delay is denial. Some of the greatest blessings require patience because they must be built with care. If you rush, you may step ahead of what I am doing. If you force things, you may create confusion where I intended clarity. If you grow impatient, you may settle for something less than what I prepared. And child, I want you to have the best, not the quickest, not the easiest, but the best. Trust me, trust my timing, trust my process. Trust that I know what you need even better than you do. Trust that I am working behind the scenes in ways you cannot see. Trust that when the right person enters your life, it will feel natural, not forced, peaceful, not chaotic, slow and steady, not frantic and uncertain. My blessings arrive with stillness in the soul, not turmoil, and hear me with your whole heart. Not every person who comes into your life is sent by me. Some people come only for a season and should not stay beyond it. Some come to distract, not to build. Some come to drain, not to bless. You must learn to discern. You must learn to recognize the difference between my voice and the voice of confusion. The person I send will carry peace, real peace. Not excitement that fades, not temporary butterflies, not promises without action, but peace that settles in your spirit like a calm morning. The one I send will not make you feel small. They will not make you feel unsure. They will not play with your emotions. They will not pull you into chaos. They will not bring heaviness to your days or conflict to your nights. The one I send will bring clarity. They will reflect kindness. They will show consistency. They will honor your time, your feelings, your journey. They will walk beside you, not ahead of you or behind you. They will speak truth. They will be patient. They will help you feel safe again. And child, you must also guard your heart from believing you are unworthy of this gift. You have lived through disappointment for so long that sometimes you expect it automatically. You brace yourself for loss before you even receive the blessing. This is a wound I want to heal in you. I want you to stop expecting heartbreak where I am preparing joy. I want you to stop assuming abandonment when I am arranging companionship. I want you to stop believing that good things don't last for you. This is not the truth. This is the voice of fear, and fear is not your shepherd. I am. Let me guide you with another truth. Do not isolate yourself when this blessing comes. Sometimes, after years of loneliness, it feels safer to stay alone than to risk opening your heart. But isolation is not your calling. You were made for connection. You were made for shared moments, shared laughter, shared comfort. You were made to give love and to receive it. And I want you to walk into this next season not with walls, but with wisdom, not with fear, but with discernment, not with doubt, but with cautious confidence. I also want you to prepare your heart through forgiveness of the people who hurt you, forgiveness of the people who left, forgiveness of yourself for what you did or did not do. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It means releasing what no longer serves your soul. The person I am sending should not have to carry the weight of past wounds that others caused. I want your heart to be light enough to embrace something new. I want you to walk into this blessing not dragging chains, but stepping forward freely. Let me give you one more gentle warning. Do not overlook the person I send just because they appear differently than what you imagined. Blessings sometimes come wrapped in simplicity. Gifts sometimes come dressed in humility. I may send someone who surprises you, someone who arrives quietly, someone who does not fit the picture you built in your mind, but they will fit your soul. Be open, be attentive, Be willing to see with spiritual eyes, not just natural ones. And child, as this message continues, understand that all of this is for your protection, not your fear. I am not warning you because danger is coming. I am guiding you because blessing is coming. I am preparing your heart so that when the person I send arrives, you will be ready. You will recognize my hand. You will walk confidently. You will not sabotage what I am giving you. You will embrace it fully, peacefully, joyfully. Now, my beloved, take a deep breath. Let these words settle inside you like seeds planted in soft soil. Water them with trust. Guard them with prayer. Nourish them with patience. Because what I say next will bring everything together into one final, powerful truth, the conclusion of my message to you. My child, as you continue to walk with me in these final steps of this long message, I want you to feel how close I am to you right now. I want you to sense that nothing separates you from my love, not your past, not your fears, not your worries, not even your mistakes. I am here, and I have been here since the very beginning of your life, watching over you, guiding you, waiting for each moment where your heart turns back toward me, even if only for a second. And now, in this part of my message, I want to show you the deep truth of what I have been trying to teach you through every moment, past, present, and whatever lies ahead. Because, my child, you have lived many days believing you must carry everything by yourself. You have lived through seasons where you felt responsible for fixing what is broken, healing what is hurting, and holding together what felt like it was falling apart. But today, in this moment right now, I want to gently place my hand on your heart and say to you, you were never meant to carry this alone. Every weight that has been pressing upon you, every load that has grown heavy over the years, every burden you silently accepted, bring it to me. Let me take what has tired your soul for far too long. You see, my child, your heart was created for peace, not pressure. You were created to walk with me, not ahead of me or far behind me. When you walk with me, step by step, I lift what is too heavy. I guide where you cannot see. I strengthen you where you feel weak. And I hold you when you feel like you cannot hold on. This is not something I offer only to a few. This is my promise to everyone who calls my name, everyone who turns toward me even in a whisper, even in a sigh, even when they do not have the strength to speak in full sentences. And you, my child, are one of those whom I hold close, closer than you have realized, closer than you have ever allowed yourself to believe. Every breath you have taken today, every thought that passed through your mind, every emotion that touched your heart, I was there, fully aware, fully present, fully attentive. You are never unseen by me. You are never forgotten by me. And even when you have felt unworthy of my attention, I have kept my eyes on you with love deeper than anything this world can give. In these years of your life, there were moments when you wondered why certain things happened. You asked me questions quietly in your heart, questions you were afraid to speak out loud. Sometimes you wondered why you had to lose someone you loved. Sometimes you questioned why your body grew weaker with time. Sometimes you asked why you still face struggles even when you try to walk faithfully. And sometimes you wondered if your prayers still mattered, or if I still heard you the way I once did. And my beloved child, I want you to know this. I have heard every prayer. Not a single one has been lost. The softest prayer, the trembling prayer, the prayer you didn't finish because you were too tired to continue. Every one reached me fully. And not only did I hear them, but I cared for every word in them, because every prayer from you is precious to me. Even the prayers you felt were too small, too simple, or too unimportant. Those are often the ones I hold the closest. Now let me speak to something inside you that has been hurting quietly, something you rarely speak about. The fear of being forgotten, the fear of losing purpose, the fear of growing older and not knowing what comes next. My child, do not be afraid. You are not forgotten. You are not without purpose. You are not on the edge of anything meaningless. You are in the middle of my love, and your purpose continues as long as you have breath in your body. Your purpose is not measured by how fast you move, how strong you are, or what you produce. Your purpose is measured by the love you carry, the love you give, the faith you hold, the peace you allow me to place inside you. Every kind word you speak, every prayer you whisper, every moment you choose forgiveness instead of anger. All of these ripple through eternity in ways you cannot see, but I see clearly. And I want you to understand something that will give you great peace. Your life is not behind you. Your life is with me, and I am eternal. As long as you walk with me, your life continues to grow, continues to bear fruit, continues to shine, even in ways you cannot yet see. There is no age that disqualifies you from being loved by me. There is no season too late for me to bless. There is no moment too small for me to fill with purpose. Yes, you have faced hardships. Yes, you have felt tired. Yes, there have been days where you wondered if you still have strength to keep going. But let me tell you something with tenderness and truth. Every year of your life has been written into my heart, and every moment ahead is held safely in my hands. Nothing surprises me, nothing confuses me, nothing overwhelms me. And because you belong to me, nothing will destroy the purpose I planted inside you. Now, let me speak directly to the hidden places of your heart, the places that ache for reassurance, the places that long for healing, the places where fear has quietly built a home. My child, I want those places. I want every wound, every sorrow, every memory that still hurts. Let me enter those places so I can restore what was broken. Even if your heart feels cracked, damaged, or worn from the years, it is still my home. And with one touch of my grace, I can bring light into the corners where darkness tried to settle. Bring me your regrets. Bring me the moments you wish you could change. Bring me the mistakes you have carried like heavy stones. My forgiveness is not slow. My mercy is not limited. My love does not shrink when you remember your faults. Instead, my love grows near, draws closer, surrounds you more deeply, because I know how fragile the human heart can feel when it remembers its imperfections. But hear me now, you are forgiven, you are loved, you are mine. Nothing you have done has changed my heart toward you, and nothing will. My child, I want you to see something clearly before this message concludes. Every act of love you have shown, every prayer you have prayed, every sacrifice you made when no one was watching, all of these have been gathered into my hands and treasured. You may think your actions were small, but I see the eternity inside them. You may think your faith is weak, but I see the strength it has taken for you to keep believing even when life grew hard. You may think your hope is fragile, but I see how beautifully it has survived storms that could have crushed a lesser heart. Now, let me tell you the promise I want you to hold tightly from this day forward. You are not walking into uncertainty. You are walking into my plan. You are not nearing the end. You are nearing my fullness. And everything that frightened you before, sickness, loss, weakness, loneliness, none of it is stronger than my love for you. You are safe. You are protected. You are watched over. You are surrounded. And now, my beloved child, as this final part of my message rests on your heart, I want you to take one slow breath and feel me closer than ever before. I am not a distant God. I am not far away. I am nearer than your own thoughts. I am within reach of your softest whisper, and my love for you is not fading. It is increasing, deepening, unfolding with every moment you continue to live in me. Keep walking with me. Keep trusting me. Keep resting in me. I am your Father, your Creator, your Protector, your peace, and I will never leave you, not now, not tomorrow, not in eternity. You are mine, and I am with you forever.